This is the Owl of Wisdom. Like and subscribe for 10 years of good luck. If you don't, it won't be pretty. My only child committed suicide. My wife of 20 plus years left me, and this week I was fired from my job, but I still have hope for the future. A thanks to everyone that was so kind to me while I was doing this. This cold went any number of different directions, but time after time people were kind and honest. I really appreciate it. Here's to new beginnings. What's your plan for next? Sending you a virtual hug. If you live in Sydney, let's grab a beer sometime. Otherwise, PM me and we'll talk about UFC or whatever. This just gave me hope for the future too. Better days are coming. What do you plan to do now with your life? Is your wife leaving you have any major impacts on your life? Why did she leave? My dad was in a similar situation with my mom. She cheated. And how are you coping with that? Damn bro, you're just the coolest guy ever. Your sheer tenacity and vigorous willpower alone, especially in such a dark time, is commendable, and I want you to know that. Never give up, no matter how rough things get. You got this. Stay strong, brother. How do you have hope? Like, I don't have near the trauma you do, but I feel hopeless all the time. How do you have it in you? I was considering suicide due to just having everything fall apart once again, but I'll tough it out. You are very inspiring, and I wish you the best of luck. You lost your child and your wife and you seem fine. You are tough bastard. I need to be more like you. How separate of each other are these events, and how long ago was the last one? Please use this list. Contact them one by one and ask to speak to a recruiter to help. Do you think there's a God? If it's not too unpleasant to talk about, why do you think your wife left you? Not a question, but I respect you. How do you keep yourself together? I hope the future will give you better things, my virtual bro. My only serious question, why did your son commit suicide? But if it's very personal, and you're uncomfortable with the question, please don't answer it. So when is your country music single being released? One of my closest friends passed from suicide 5.5 years ago. I'm still close with her family. What is the best way I can support them? Pure curiosity, how did your son kill himself? Keep fighting, my man. Believer or not, I will send a prayer for you. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. If you live in Sydney, come to my place and I will make you dinner. DM. My girlfriend of 5 years left me a few months ago, and I thought my world was over. In hindsight, I could have had it much worse. I'm sorry, my friend, but you having a hopeful attitude towards the future already puts you ahead of a lot of people, so be proud of yourself for having the courage to push on. This is amazing. Do you mind if I publish some of your comments below somewhere? I can credit your Reddit username, and I cross through Nashville sometimes. Would definition like to see the gratitude in your eyes. Sorry op, I'm in the opposite position. My father commits suicide. I feel your pain. What has been your biggest coping mechanism? I lost my dad yesterday, Opus. I'm here if you need anyone to speak to. I know it doesn't mean much, but may you have peace. I love you, man. I have to admit that I'm someone who struggles with suicidal thoughts a lot. I think about my family and tell myself stuff like they'll be alright eventually and they're better off without me. I suffer with severe mental illness and I hate what I put my family through. This post is almost adding fuel to the fire for me because it's proof that my family really could move on and be happy like I would hope for them to be. I don't really have a question. I guess. What are your thoughts about that? I'm not currently struggling with suicidal thoughts BTW, but it's an ongoing struggle. I'll keep you in my prayers tonight. Stay strong. As a Muslim, we are told that this life is a test and you will go through hardships just as you described. You sound like you're doing a great job keeping it together. I'm excited for your future. Hold on to your hope. Second question. What was your son's name? Wish you the best of luck, man. Do you believe in God? Only way from here is up. These hard times will make you savor your forthcoming success in life all the more. Best of luck, friend. Why were you fired? Your favorite kind of cake? Mine's vanilla with ice cream on top. I'm sending you hugs and positive thoughts from New York. Do you have support like friends, family? 2019 was a dreadful year for me, not even close to your troubles, but my friends were amazing. Accept help from where it comes. I realize that my sisters of the heart and one brother from another mother kept me sane. Hugs and cookies, Michelle. I'm sorry if this is inappropriate, but did you have any idea whatsoever that your daughter was going to do it? Also, I wanna say that you're one of the strongest people ever. Always have hope for the future. Sending you lots of love from Serbia. That's sad. Hope everything works out for you, dude. That's a lot to go through. I'm so sorry all that happened to you. It's important to have hope. Stay strong. You seem very brave and very strong. I hope things work out for you. Are you religious, and is that something that gives you hope? And that's why you'll have many more beautiful moments. The human spirit and will to live is dominating. Without hope though, we are lost. You have hope. I'm so glad you do. I do too. Where do you live? What country? Now you get to start over. Do anything you want. Follow an old dream. Follow a new one. How do you have hope? I've not experienced any of that, and I'm feeling bleak about it all. What's the secret? How do you find hope? How do you stay optimistic? Get close to God. I'm in a very difficult situation too. God takes your worries away. I will pray for you. My heart goes out to you. I have lost a few people that were close to me to suicide. What makes it worse is that I work in mental health. Needless to say, I have also lost patients. I often wonder what I missed. It is unimaginable the pain of losing a child. The fact your son had it be clearly impacted his mood. As I struggle with my own mental health issues, the fleeting thought of taking my own life pops in. Fortunately, I know how a death by suicide affects the world. That little ripple impact becomes a tidal wave. So I push forward. Thankfully my faith is strong. I read the interview you posted. It brought me some strength. I hope you find a job soon that gives you some joy. Peace be with you. Did you ever get your son's iPod Touch open? Losing a child, well, there's just no words to it. Lost my brother to suicide 2 years ago, and it was horrible. His birthday is tomorrow. I stumbled upon a woman named Nora McInerney. She has a podcast called Terrible Thanks for Asking, and a book called It's Okay to Laugh, Crying Cool Too. Both are great. She had such a refreshing outlook on grief and isn't preachy. It was extremely helpful to me. At the very least, I highly recommend this TED Talk she did. What do you need right now? Sorry to hear that. It must be a very hard situation. Why did she left? P.S. In my culture, in such situations we sacrifice sheep or a hen and give the meat to poor PPL to stop the bad luck going on. So proud of you for continuing with life and standing strong where most would have collapsed. Sending love from SG. Hey big guy, you've been put into a situation nobody should be put in. Things will get better soon, I'm sure of it. Don't fall into bad habits and check up every now and then. We love you, man. Be safe. Jesus Christ. That's some optimism. Good luck. Your hope inspires me. Thank you. Thank you for speaking out about your experience. I know in the US there is some stigma attached to mental illness and suicide, but I think that is getting better thanks to people like you. To your point, we all go through dark times, and feeling lost is literally the most common human emotion. Thanks again. I'm sure you've inspired others who were considering dying by suicide to get help. Hey, fair fucks to you, man. I applaud the shit out of your attitude. What things would you advise people to do / say if someone they know experiences a tragedy like this? What things would you advise them not to do / say? I'm never really sure what things people want to hear in circumstances like this. I'm sorry for your loss is what most people say, but does that sort of thing actually make you feel better? It's great that you're not giving up. What do you plan on doing now? Damn, man. I'd shake your hand and give you a bro hug, but I'm in Canada. That's heartbreaking. I grieve with you. I hope you can sleep. As long as there is life, there is hope. Best of luck to you. If you can, pet a dog. For you, or anyone reading this who might need it, the USA National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800-273-8255. Damn. I thought what I was going through was bad. Thanks for the kick in perspective. You can get through this. The average person couldn't handle one of those things, but if you can make it past it all, you'll be a stronger person. Sorry for it all, man. All I can offer useless Reddit golden well wishes. Keep your head up and focus on you. Or mate, sounds like a story from the basement of rock bottom. Cheers to your steel solid mentality. Won't ask but will say this. Keep your head up and keep moving forward. As a wise man, wise ass, once said, we don't get a sequel. Not a question, but don't worry, Reddit is here for you, bruh. Have this as a token of my compassion from London, because you will be alright. It's what your child would have wanted. Did you eat breakfast today? If so, what? Good luck from a London teenager. I know you will be fine, mate. Just keep on marching, you soldier. Hey, I know you've obviously heard this a lot, but sorry for everything going on. No way, shape or form could I relate to what you've been through, or understand how shitty it must felt. Considering you've lost your family, have you had any suicidal thoughts? If so, how did you cope and overcome these thoughts? Edit. Also, one final question. Did your son ever talk to you about how he felt? If so, how did you feel and react? If not, how shocked were you when you found out? Sorry for asking all the questions. Just been down in the dumps lately and considering it. Haven't gone through half the shit you have, man. I don't know how you've made it this far. Kudos to you, brother. How the fuck are you gonna cope with this? How has your day been so far today? Not so much a question, but you are not alone, and you got this. I couldn't imagine my child committing suicide. I'm so sorry. My wife cheated on me. She left me. She was awarded with way more custody of our daughter in the divorce than she should have been. I lost my house in the divorce. And the depression of it all caused my performance at work to suffer, and I got fired. I lost it all. I started thinking about how I planned to end my life. The thought of my daughter finding out I passed away was the only thing that kept me from doing it. Instead, I got therapy. Talked to people I trusted. Then got a lawyer and got 50/50 parenting time. I still struggle every now and then, but this post is to say that there is always a way out of the darkness. What are your feelings on the sub and trade? All love, my man. Truly. Sending love. I'm sure you have a bright future ahead. Things can only get better. What motivates you for the future? I'm 19 and I started having suicidal thoughts at a really young age, but only attempted at 16, 17, and 18. I'm the only child my parents have together, but I know my dad doesn't care about me because he's never really tried to know me. He got a new family and forgot about my existence and lets his new wife treat me like shit. My mum seems to care, but I know she'll get over it if I die, like she got over my dad. This might be really personal, but how old was your child? I feel genuinely sorry and hope it gets better. Keep fighting, dude, and always stay strong. We all proud of ya. Your pain, your suffering, and your hardships are not beautiful. But your approach and your determination for the future is. I appreciate your absolute drive, and I send my condolences for your losses. How do you get out of bed? How do you structure your days? Do you stick to routines? Do you have a daily schedule? Set any alarms? What was the moment you decided to keep fighting for yourself? Was there a tipping point? Much love from Florida. Thanks for watching the Chronicles of Reddit. Like and subscribe for a marvelous life of adventure.